Happy Monday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Mark Gable joins us on the show and we launch Paradise Jam.
Yeah, remember Backyard Jam?
Well, now we've upped the ante.
We've added Paradise to Backyard.
We have. We're going to Palm Beach with an incredible house and you can come along if you'd like.
No one wants to tour around your backyard paradise.
You never know.
John McEnroe, what about that?
John McEnroe gives the interview of our lives. I don't know how he felt about it, but he was so honest and raw and open. I think one of the best interviews we've ever done.
The tribal drummer's beating for what's in the will. No further explanation needed on that.
And the new season of The Crown is starting soon and people aren't happy. We put it to the pub test.
Enjoy our podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you cunt face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
What are you, an idiot?
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well, and how are you?
Well, I am great. What a weekend was had. What a weekend was had. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I'm at the tail end of a cold. So yesterday, took the dog for an early walk. Then I pretty much went back to bed. That's the thing about not having small children anymore. I thought, there's nothing to stop me reading in bed for the day. And I thought I'd have a mental health day and a health day.
You were missed on Friday at the big Media Week power rankings of the powerful people of the world rankings.
How'd it go?
It was good. Food was good.
Did we rate higher than I did in FHM?
Yeah, well, that's not... You know, I said to anyone who cared to listen that you wouldn't be happy with the rankings.
That I wouldn't?
Well, you wouldn't be happy. And so I took it upon myself. Actually, is the sensor working today? Yeah. Do we have the sensor? Can we just test it? Me. Anyway, so we're there, and then the rankings. So it's the top 20 of somebody or other. And do you know where we came in at?
1?
No. Kyle and Jackie O got number 1, and I said congratulations to Jackie. She made a little speech, which is nice. We came in. Have a guess where we came in. We've been doing this show since 2005, and we've been consistently near the top of the ratings in that time. I know not often number 1, but we're certainly in there.
We're usually number 2.
We're usually there. We're a solid number 2, which is nice. So
as you get older, it's what you dream of.
And we've been doing that since 2005.
Oh, we didn't rate well. I can tell what you...
Okay, so no, you just speculate. So we're
8? Like it's radio and TV, isn't it? It's media. There's a lot of radio and
Osher
TV.
Ginsburg was in there.
So it's power brokers and people.
Osher Ginsburg beat us.
And I saw Lachlan Murdoch was somewhere on that list.
Well, he was on the other one. He was in the big deal one.
Oh, we'll be on a low deal. No deal. We got no deal.
We're on a low deal.
Put me out of my misery.
Okay, so we came in at 18.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, exactly.
We were beaten by everyone.
And I said to people at Media Week, I said, Amanda's not going to be happy.
Oh, don't throw me in
I know.
there.
Well, I wasn't
Don't use
happy.
me as your mouthpiece.
And look, this is where if my language gets fruity, because I'm not a fruity guy.
Yes, you are.
I never swear.
Oh, you always swear.
But I'll just say this: you have, and furthermore, you can stick your up your, and that's all I want to say about that.
Did you say that on behalf of me?
Yeah. I said that's coming
nice.
from Amanda's mouth. Oh. Although I will say this. I was talking to some Channel 10 people. 3-legged race is a goer.
Oh.
You remember on Friday you said we're surgically attached and we race around the world.
I don't want to be attached to a potty mouth like you.
Oh, that's no good. Anyway, it was a great weekend.
Oh, good. I'm glad, and I'm glad.
We don't need lists. We
need just you guys, and if you love us, we're happy with that.
But I just realised we've been doing this show for so long, people have forgotten we're doing it.
People who listen to us love us, so forget about everyone else.
No, I don't care.
Our people are our people, and that's all you can do.
That was you speaking too, by the way.
Just then, with the swears.
Yeah, with the swears.
See, I turn up every day, and I love my job, and that's all I require from life.
Excellent work. Do you know who's on the show today?
I'm so excited. John McEnroe. There's a new doco. It's a film. And he's never been so open and so honest about his past, about his mental health struggle, about what a knucklehead he was and what he's learnt in his marriage. He lays it all bare in that doco. I think we have the only radio interview with him.
Ooh.
He picked us, number 18. He said, I'm going for them.
I'm going with number 18. Come on, 2Day FM's breakfast show beat us.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
They came in at like 15 or something. And I'm thinking, okay.
It's just a list, Brendan. We let it go.
Oh, come on. You're happy with that?
I'm not happy with
Do you know how
that.
many shows we've killed at 2Day FM?
Brendan, you and I are different. I turn up every day and enjoy the journey.
Well, I play for sheep stations.
You play for sheep stations. I play for every day having a laugh and enjoying myself.
I'm Farnham in LRB. I'm playing to win.
He didn't last long in LRB.
Yeah, he did. Well, he was their rocket ship.
Well, would you mind starting? What are you here?
The magnificent.
Bloody anvil.
Am I an anvil? I'm not an anvil.
Sorry, anchor. In the maritime, sir. In the maritime sense.
That's it. Let's get into the Magnificent Sevens. Question number 1.
Here we are. What temperature scale is used in the United States?
Podcast. We have the Magnificent 7. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Well, I'll say it's Monday. Your week is looking up. And it will be true.
But it's about getting question 7 right. James is in Windsor.
Hello, James.
Good morning, guys. You don't need no poll. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, James. I agree.
James is referring to Media Week's specious poll that they had last week on Friday. And I voiced my displeasure, as you can imagine, on your behalf to everyone that we came in at 18.
See, I don't care. I don't care.
You do care.
It doesn't touch the sides
Abby
with me.
Chatfield beat us.
Yeah, that's...
What does she do on the radio? Like, she's been on radio for 2 seconds. Well, what's she doing?
It's media plays. It's not just radio. So it's how other... You know what I'm working on in my life? How
she's a nice lady, though. I met her. She's nice.
How other people regard you and rate you is nothing to do with you. You just have to control what... You just have to turn up and enjoy your life.
Different to me.
That's why I don't like you saying bad things on my behalf, because I don't care.
I didn't say bad things. I said good things.
I think you probably said some bad things
Not
on
bad
my
things.
behalf.
I said that you're upset.
I'm not.
Question
1 for you, James. What temperature scale is used in the United States?
That'd be Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Rhonda and Couture was an iconic love story told in the ads for which brand? Like a sunrise.
It's an insurance brand. I know that much.
Yep.
Budget.
No. I wouldn't remember this either. I remember the ads so clear. I don't remember the product.
Gee, someone at the marketing department's going, oh, damn, that was my life's work.
Yeah.
John's in Wollongong.
Hello, John.
Morning, Jonesy and Amanda.
Do you remember?
How are you?
Very
Great,
well.
thanks, mate.
Do you remember Rhonda and Couture? What was the brand they're advertising?
Was it Amy?
Yes, it was.
It was Amy. Let's play What's on the Box.
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
What TV show has this theme?
Such a flashback to this.
Do you know, John?
Is that the Pink Panther?
Yes,
It's a
it
Pink
is.
Panther. You know, my flashback, when I was a kid, I learned to play the piano. And it was in Cronulla. And I just remember the lady lived near the beach. And she was probably about 25, the music teacher. But I'd sit there and my brother and I would go and watch, like, do our piano lesson. And I'd watch the Pink Panther on the TV. Remember the Pink Panther
Yes.
show? The little Pink Panther. But our teacher, I remember one day she just came in wearing a bikini and taught us piano, and she's wearing a bikini.
B flat.
I just always just...
And how did you feel at the time?
And she said, would you boys want chips? I went, yeah, sure. And so I just remember eating a bowl of chips, swinging my little legs, watching the Pink Panther, watching my brother learn piano from a girl playing a bikini. No, wearing a bikini, well...
Like it wasn't guitar or there'd be a G-string involved.
It's just a good memory.
Good times, weren't they times?
It was just a nice memory.
Well, while you revel in your memory, we'll continue with the questions.
It's one I think about whenever something bad happens in my life.
You get some chips and think about that.
I just think about that moment.
Okay.
It's such a nice memory.
Question 4, this is multiple choice. Like Indiana Jones, which of these characters is an archaeologist? A, Tintin, B, Bilbo Baggins, or C, Lara Croft? John's thinking of the bikini. No, it's not Bilbo, Baggins.
No, he was a hobbit explorer.
He was an explorer. I never knew that either.
Hobbit/explorer. That was on his business card.
His LinkedIn profile. Like Indiana Jones, which of these characters is an archaeologist? Is it Tintin or Lara Croft?
13 WSFM, why don't you call us? Play the Magnificent Seven.
Jam Nation.
The Magnificent Seven, and we find ourselves at question 4.
It's going to Glenn in Winmalee. Hello, Glenn.
Hi, how are you guys?
Very well. Like Indiana Jones, which one of these characters is an archaeologist? I wasn't aware that one of them was. Tintin or Lara Croft? Which one was the archaeologist?
Lara Croft.
She's a Tomb Raider.
She's a I didn't realise that she was a highly intelligent and athletic British archaeologist.
You just thought she rocked the bike shorts.
Oh, really? Archaeologists swinging in on those ropes and raiding tombs.
She was kicking butt.
Sure.
Where would you traditionally cook s'mores?
S'mores.
S'mores?
On a fire?
Yeah, the campfire. Remember all the American and Canadian shows we watch over the years? They're having s'mores. It's a toasted marshmallow, a layer of chocolate sandwiched between 2 graham crackers.
Wow, yum, I want that.
That sounds nice,
you have to
doesn't
wrap
it?
it up in something, obviously.
I don't think so.
You just chuck it in the fire?
I think you put I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you put a stick through it? No, that wouldn't be right.
You can't put a stick through a cracker.
No, you're quite right.
We'll have to do some research on
Absolutely.
that. In cricket, a one-day international is played with how many overs per innings?
Oh, I'm not a cricket guy, so I have no idea.
Just say a number,
I'm
Glenn.
going to have 12.
No, it's not 12. Sorry, Glenn.
Paul's in Kenthurst.
Hello, Paul. Hi, Paul.
50.
It's 50. So a one-day international is 50 overs.
Which American tennis legend has a new documentary coming out?
I mentioned this at the top of the show. We're going to talk to him today. We're so thrilled.
That'll be John McEnroe.
John McEnroe.
Actually, I'm a bit nervous about talking to John
I'm
McEnroe.
feeling a little overwhelmed.
Because I've just been told it's on a Zoom chat. So we're having a Zoom chat with McEnroe.
There are some days where you just jump out of your skin with excitement about your job, and today's one of those.
It's Monday. I want to take my foot off the gas, put my feet up on the desk, just...
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Happy days. Congratulations to you, Paul. You've won the Jam Pack, a high-tea experience with Sofitel Sydney, Wentworth's famous French-inspired high teas and... what?
Oh, that's a bit... No, it's a high tea.
It sounds great. With Sofitel Sydney...
Sofitel Sydney Wentworths, that's the name of the hotel.
Yeah, I know. So what is Sofitel Sydney Wentworths?
That's what it's called.
Famous French-inspired high tea at Soiree.
Soiree is probably the little restaurant inside the hotel.
Okay, Soiree is a restaurant, right. That sounds great. A Mophie Tech Bundle, Mophie Wireless Charging, offers safe and easy charging for your home, office, or even on the go, Paul. And Joe's in a matter character choice for you to colour in some stated pencils. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Just thank you guys and have a great week.
Thank you, Paul.
Good work, mate. Good work.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
How the hell do you work this thing?
All you gotta do is press a button and bang. There we go. You're pressing the wrong button.
This is a great almanac. On this day in 1988, John Fogerty's trial began. Why was John Fogerty being trialled? Ask me.
Why? I don't know.
He was accused of plagiarising himself by using elements of his Creedence Clearwater Revival song Run Through the Jungle for his 1985 solo hit The Old Man Down the Road.
Am I guessing here that part of it was when he was with the band and then there was a solo effort and so there were two different owners?
He sued himself. He was in court. John, you've ripped off my song. John, I have not ripped off your song. John, you ripped off my song. No, I didn't.
Why do they clog up courts with that?
I was inspired by you, John. Oh, John, I love you. John, I love you.
What happened?
Well, do you want to hear the difference between the songs? Just to see for our own case
All right.
here. This is Run Through the Jungle. And this is Old Man Down the Road.
Creedence pretty much have one song.
Yes. Next in court, AC/DC ripping off itself. That was actually his former label boss, Saul Zaentz, who he owns the publishing rights to Run to the Jungle.
Right.
That is a big can of worms.
Yeah.
Just ask Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
The minute someone else owns some of your work, you're in big trouble.
You're in big trouble. But you know what this means?
Tell me. Which one is it?
I can't tell. John? I love you, John.
Jam Nation.
Oh, look, what's going on with UK politics? And it's a bad time for the UK democracy to be so farcical. We've got half of them, actually, it's almost half, I think, of Republican voters in America think that election was stolen. So we've got US democracy on the brink of disaster. We've got in Italy, they have a new leader who is so far right, it's terrifying.
Is she that bad, though?
Apparently so. Well, apparently so.
What I was reading about her, it just seems to me that she's not that bad.
Well, hopefully that'll end up being the case. And let's face it, in Italian politics, they're in for a minute and off they go as well. Bunga parties and off they go.
I love bunga parties.
So we really don't need British politics to be so unstable at the moment when we've got China asserting its power. We've got Russia. Yes. So it does seem extraordinary that Boris Johnson may be getting another look in. We spoke a little bit about this on Friday with Liz Truss resigning. So Britain could find out later today who the next Prime Minister is. And not even just, hey, who wants to be team leader? This is Prime Minister.
Who wants to be team leader?
There's an election next March.
It's not a ropes course.
So the whole party could be out by then. But until then, this person, well, maybe not, but they are looking who is going to be Prime Minister.
Who have we got there? There's Boris.
The former Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, appears to be the front runner.
Yep.
He has the backing of close to 150 MPs. That would mean, I'm just reading this was in Sean's news, that would mean that he wouldn't have to face a vote of members of the Conservative Party.
Right.
If he has that many. Boris Johnson, what's the definition of speed? Boris Johnson packing his bags when he hears that he might be back. He was on holidays in the Caribbean.
And he would have been resigned to the fact that I'm not Prime Minister anymore, so he's drinking a pina colada on the beach, then all of a sudden...
Says to his wife, I don't care what you're doing, I'm heading back. So he hasn't declared yet if he's seeking to return, but he has come back to London. Even voters in his own electorate have their doubts. I mean, this is a guy who's been shown, and he's still got prosecutions against him. He's a liar, a cheat. He broke his own lockdown rules during their lockdown. A liar, a cheat, a bumbling charlatan. But maybe he is the best they've got. That's what's so terrifying. But a journalist went to the streets of Oxbridge, where he is from, and she spoke to what seemed like a charming little old lady, and here's her opinion.
Here in Uxbridge today, Boris Johnson's constituency.
Don't you ever mention that name in front of me, that filthy piece of toe rag.
Let's hear that again.
Here in Uxbridge today, Boris Johnson's constituency.
Don't you ever mention that name in front of me, that filthy piece of toe rag.
Filthy piece of toe
Yeah,
rag.
she looked like such a charming old lady, but that name elicited that from her. So we'll find out later today who the next British Prime Minister is. That's nice, dear.
Wow.
Jonesy and Amanda. Charm Nation.
Podcast.
Well, the new season of The Crown is about to drop on November 9.
So where are we up to now?
This is season 5, and this is the one... This is why it's interesting to wonder how people are feeling about it. This is the one that will cover the 1990s. This was the darkest decades for the royal family in recent memory, and this is the one that many of us at our age have lived through. The divorce of Charles and Diana, the affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, Diana's death, fire at Windsor Castle, all the annus horribilis. People are feeling conflicted about this series because it is now entering the timeline of the stuff we know. And is it true? Is it made up? How do we feel about this in the light of the Queen passing recently? Here's some of the trailer.
In light of the events of the last 12 months, perhaps I have more to reflect on than most.
The royal family is in genuine crisis.
Have royal scandals damaged the country's reputation?
The House of Windsor should be binding the nation together, setting an example of idealized family life. It's a situation that cannot help but affect the stability of the country.
For years, I've called for a more modern monarchy that reflects the world outside.
I don't think it's my behaviour that's threatening its survival.
You, as future king, have a duty.
People will never understand how it's really been for me.
Oh, that sounds great.
As she says at the end, I never stood a chance.
Oh, I've got so much catching up to do.
Well, people...
I'm still when he's getting his lung ripped out in the castle.
The first seasons were very historically interesting. That's when I loved it. I've stopped watching since it's moved into stuff that's in my timeline.
Yeah.
Judi Dench... She's not in it. only production ever that she hasn't been in.
I thought she was in it.
No, she's in my wedding video, but she's not in this. And she has said, the closer the drama comes to our recent times, or present times, the more freely it seems willing to blur the lines between historical accuracy and crude sensationalism. So this is the first time ever Netflix has responded to some criticisms of the made-up bits and has put the word fictional as a disclaimer on the show. This is the first of the seasons where they've said fictional. But people are saying, there's a friend who's close to the palace, a friend of the Queen, hasn't been named, has said it's vicious and would have destroyed the Queen because of how vicious the dramatised plot lines are, one of her close friends has revealed. Did the Queen
watch it?
I don't know. There's mixed stories as to whether the royals have ever watched it.
Because it'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It would be weird because some of it would be, how do they know that?
Yeah.
And some of it would be, as if that happened. Do you want to see this stuff? Do you want to see the horror of what we live through? And I wish we were a republic, but I have affection for the Queen and I have affection for Harry and William. And I feel bad for them watching the awfulness of their parents' marriage play out. This is an interesting quote. Someone said, what gets me about Dame Judy's crankiness at the Crown is Charles is such a ghastly creature, rampant fornicator, conspicuous adulterer, wanted his mistresses to be feminine hygiene products.
Yeah,
Dent should be demanding the Queen make stuff up and not tell the truth. The truth was horrific.
A rampant fornicator.
But we expect more from the royal family. That's been a PR job. They were under surveillance in a way they've never been before, and it showed them not in a great light.
Well, I'm happy to see it. I paid to see a diving act. I want to seize me a diving act.
It's interesting. It makes me uncomfortable. I prefer the old historical stuff. The Crown has never been boring. It's been historically fascinating.
Don't make stuff up. Don't transport The Rock into it or anything like that. Just stick to...
He plays the role of the tampon. Actually, that'd be dreadful. Camilla's backed out. Of all the people, not him.
I'd be backing it out too.
Well, actually, we might put this to the pub test.
Really?
As the Crown enters into our the stuff we know and the Queen's recent passing, how are you feeling about it? We'll talk about that for the pub test later on.
We're really getting ahead of ourselves
Aren't we just?
Jam Nation.
You know you're not doing well, we constituents, when you're asked about Boris Johnson. And
Call you a toe rag.
Even the name of Boris Johnson.
That filthy piece of toe rag.
But he may be the best toe rag they have. That's the horror of it all. What if he is? The lying, cheating, scoundrel toe rag may end up being their Prime Minister again.
Do you feel the more as you get older, so being 54, I suddenly feel like I'm a real adult now? At 54, this is where you have this enlightenment.
I'm a big kid now.
And I was having this chat with Maeve, my mother-in-law, on the weekend. It was her 80th birthday. And the foresight that you have, everything that you know when you're 80 and when you're at 54, like I'm better than I was when I was 34, I'd like to think. But then the people that are running the world, you just think, you guys are idiots. They're all idiots.
It's an insight, isn't it?
That's
when you realise everyone's an idiot, except for John McEnroe. We are going to be talking to John McEnroe. He's got a new movie out. It's an incredible insight. It's a documentary where he speaks very openly about his otherworldliness in a way. He sees the tennis court as a matrix. He sees it differently. He has this sort of gift, but the flip side of that is what it did to his personality to have that kind of gift. He's been very open and honest in this doco, and we're going to be talking to him after 8 o'clock today.
Jam Nation.
There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
Right here, right now, we have $10,000 up for grabs. All you have to do is answer 10 questions in 60 seconds.
Well, 60 seconds if you'd prefer.
If you're from New Zealand, across the ditch.
You know what happens here? You don't have to take the burden of it all yourself. The first 5 questions you may not know, but if you come in at question 6 and you know all of those ones, whoever answers question 10 correctly gets $10,000.
Well, you don't want to ruin it for Rob of Kurnell.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, how you going?
Very well. This has gone off 4 times, but no one's gone all the way, but you never know your luck, Rob.
That day could be for you, Rob.
Here we go.
You'll be down
All
at Kurnell Rec Club just going crazy.
Milky bars are on you.
That's just Rob's weekend right there, because when you go to Kurnell Rec Club, that's when you go crazy.
Great plug.
It's a great place. Great place.
All right, well, let's see. Let's not preemptively have you spend $10,000 you haven't earned, Rob.
Rob's going to shout the bar at Colonel Rec Club. Get down there.
So we've got 10 questions. We have 60 seconds. We've got a stack of people who are ready to take your place. If you hesitate or you're wrong, we beep you out. You ready to start?
Yeah, go.
Let's do it, Rob. Question 1. In which state would you find the Barossa Valley?
South Australia.
Question 2. Who's the captain of the Australian men's T20 international team?
Collins and Currency.
Who's the captain of the men's Australian T20 international team?
Tim Payne.
Tony's in Allawah.
Who's the captain of the Australian T20 international team?
Pat Cummins.
Suzanne is in Roseland.
Who's the captain of the Australian T20 international team?
Terry's in Narella.
Who's the captain of the Australian international team?
Aaron Finch.
Question 3. Which fundraising walk took place in Sydney yesterday?
Pass.
Helen's in Connells Point.
Which fundraising walk took place in Sydney yesterday?
Sorry, don't know.
Tony's in Croydon.
Which fundraising walk took place in Sydney yesterday?
Bridge.
Yeah. Bridge. 7 bridges? He got it. No, he got
Question 4. Wing attack is a position in which sport?
Netball.
Question 5. Mark Gable is a member of which band?
Don't know.
The Choir Boys,
You
Tony.
sound like you surprised yourself by knowing some of those answers. Yes, it's a 7 bridges walk, and Aaron Finch. I mean, I know we're annihilated by New Zealand in our opening match, but Aaron Finch is our captain.
I'm disappointed. No beers at the Colonel Rec Club now.
Well, they are, but not with Rob's $10,000.
Poor Rob's. He's going to be avoiding that place for a while.
Damn Nation.
Podcast.
I said before I saw something in an episode of The Kardashians. I have never, ever watched a full episode of The Kardashians. Have you?
I watched one episode where they were talking about yogurt.
That could be any episode.
And she said, "Shut up, Dad, shut up." And I went, "What? They're talking about yogurt. Shut up, Dad."
Oh, that was the big cliffhanger at the end of the season.
And and the way they talk, they don't contribute anything. I got this yogurt, I'm going to... And they just trail off. And I said, what am I missing here?
What we are missing is that this show is one of the biggest money spinners of all time. So in season 2, episode 5 of Hulu's The Kardashians, because I think they've changed from one network to another, they were sitting around, and I saw a snippet of this. So I have seen it, but I haven't watched the whole episode.
Sure.
But they're talking about their wishes once they've died, because the mum, Chris, had a hip replacement and just going to surgery and all of that. What would they do? I think actually Kim Kardashian requested some of the mother's bones so she could make jewellery out of it. Why didn't you do that when I had my hip replacement,
I wanted
Brendan?
to make a soup out of your bones.
No.
Good stock.
So they're all sitting around saying their post-death wishes. And Khloe, she's the one who's had, I mean, they've all had major transformations.
Yeah, it's not like surgery's new to them.
No, that's right. It's funny how they think about death with this one. They've all had general anaesthetics from the time they were 5 and they all got their noses fixed. But Khloe is the one who's transformed the most. And she used to look like a normal person, and now they all look like these asteroid superheroes or what, I don't know. They look like android things, don't they? They're extraordinary.
Yeah.
But this is what she has said about her post-death wishes.
If I'm in a coma, I'm still getting my nails done once a week. And that's in my will, because people are going to visit me.
Yeah.
Have you seen her now? She's got these talons where you wonder, how does she change a baby's nappy? How does she go to the toilet?
How do you do that?
How do you do anything other than scratch your head? Which would feel great. It's the only way you can use those nails, I'm imagining.
I'd imagine there'd be people that do that for her, though, wouldn't there?
Scratch your head?
Yeah.
But what about the toilet?
No, that's what I was talking about. There would be someone that would do it. There'd be some sycophant that would say, I'll do it. I'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. But that's a weird thing to say. Like, she has stipulated, she said it's in her will, that if she's in a coma, she still gets her nails done.
Well, that's just general care. If someone that you love is in hospital and they're infirm, you'll look after them. You'll shave their face.
But she
paint
has
their
said
nails,
this is what
style their hair.
She has said this is particularly what she wants.
Sure.
Have you made stipulations? You said earlier
in my will,
that you've left me something.
Well, I've got my Miller beer sign. You know, the little neon sign that you gave me many years ago, which I love.
I love it too.
And
could I have it now? Just
no,
preemptively.
No, because I got all my stuff. So I got so much cool stuff, and my wife is just going to throw it all out. So it needs to go to the appropriate people.
Because everything I've bought you has ended up hidden in your garage.
because it's all got. No, it's not hidden. It's. I've got a treasure trove of really cool stuff. So the stuff that I would like you to have is the Miller sign and Flight Centre Man.
And can I also have that pinball art one that I gave you?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Well,
sure.
who else is going to get that?
Yeah, you can have that.
No, you weren't going to give that to me.
No, Memory Lane pinball back glass.
I gave that to you. I'd like that.
Would you like that? Do you want a pinball machine? I've got a pinball machine.
No, I just want.
You didn't give me that.
No, I don't want that.
And because like the scamp, he's getting my 80 series Land Cruiser.
Right.
Because
does he know and want that?
Yeah, he loves that thing. Because those things, but my wife doesn't understand an 80 series Land Cruiser. She says, oh, that's that old bomb that's going straight to the junkyard. I've said, those things are the greatest Land Cruiser ever made. So it's going to people that appreciate it.
Have you stipulated any of this? Because until recently, you didn't even have a will.
No, we did a whole thing with the will.
In a will.
My motorbikes, each one will go to one of my children and the other...
The other 8 of them? Not children. You're not Boris Johnson. The other motorbikes.
The other motorbikes. And my phone box, for example, goes to my good friend Louise, who I grew up with. She loves red phone boxes. So,
right.
Yeah, so I've got a whole list. I can't wait to die.
Well, all your friends, every time you get on your bike, your friends must go, here's a beauty. See ya.
Don't fall off that one.
The tribal drum is beating for what's in the will.
He gave me $40 billion, though.
Don't you go and spend it all on some fancy record player.
What's in the will? Have you left stuff to people? Have you been left stuff? Give us a call.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating.
Yeah, it's beating for what's in the will. Khloe Kardashian, on the latest episode of The Kardashians, has said that these are her wishes.
If I'm in a coma, I'm still getting my nails done once a week. And that's in my will, because people are going to visit me.
And if you're in a coma, the first thing they're going to say is, well, that's bad, but look at her nails.
Look at her nails.
She's let herself go in a coma.
I'm leaving stuff for you. I've got my Miller beer neon sign and Flight Centre Man. What are you leaving me?
I haven't thought of any of that.
You got stuff. You got a great car. Why don't you leave me your car? Actually, can you leave it to me today? Because it's raining.
Yeah, I've never...
Don't ride my motorbike.
Though all the friends who are relying on you to cark it are going, woohoo! What's in the will?
Well, hang on. We haven't. So you're not leaving me anything?
Well, I haven't given it a thought, I must say. I live in the moment, Brendan.
What about that shark that you got in the kitchen? I love that.
It's fiberglass. You make it sound like we got it from an old second hand from a junk shop. It'd been in a fish and chip shop.
Oh, it's so good. That's so good.
Why do you assume that I go before you?
No, I'm just saying.
Women live longer.
Oh, what do you?
No one knows what's around the corner.
Oh, okay.
That's why I very earnestly say goodbye to you every time.
See ya.
See ya, bag of lugs.
Peter has joined us.
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Amanda and Jonesy. Amanda, that's a lovely approach to saying goodbye to Jonesy. But look, I think you're on the right thing. Don't make out you can make out your will, but don't make it public. I'm speaking from experience here. We haven't written our will out completely, but I explained to my children what I'm going to put in the will. And I have 3 properties, and we're all going to relocate to the smaller property. And I said to my 2 daughters, you can live here in this property, and then to the other one, when we're dead, when both of us are dead, you can have these other 2 properties. And what happened?
Hey, on your radio's come up there, Pete. What's happened? Something's happened.
What's happened then is that she said, "Oh, we've got to wait till you're dead, till we find out who's going to get what."
Yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. That's the will.
So someone's going to get one, and someone's going to get the other one.
Yeah.
But what do they want? They want you to let them know which.
Let them know now.
Well, I thought I'd be doing the right thing, let them know, and then at the same time they can also say, "Gee, thanks, Mum and Dad." But it backfired, and one of them got really distraught about it and was really upset. Oh, okay. Well, how am I going to benefit now when the other one is?
Yeah.
So you can't tell your kids anything.
You can't tell them anything.
So all your properties that you own, you should leave to me.
Sure. But it's interesting
Actually, maybe I should be the executor of your will.
But if you have a child who's got more money than the other one, do you have to split it 50-50?
Oh, yeah. If you've got a kid that's
needs the money more than another one.
It's got to be 50-50.
Well, what's in the will? Hello,
Unless
Louise.
the kid's Bill Gates or something like that.
Well, then maybe you still have to. Hello, Louise.
How are you guys?
Very
Great,
well.
thanks, Louise.
What's in the will, Louise?
Oh, life lesson. That's what was in the will. I am a hairdresser, and obviously when you have clients for a period of time, you've actually become good friends. And sadly, about 8 months ago, I lost a good client of mine. Didn't expect anything because she's only a client, but she was kind enough to leave 2 domestic medium-haired cats.
To you?
Guys, I hate cats. I hate cats.
Why do you think she's given them to you? Did you pretend to love her cats when she was your client?
Well, you have to. You have to be polite when she's showing, because they're like her babies. So she shows photos every time she gets her hair done. And, oh, look at that one's markings. Isn't it lovely? I say, well, didn't that backfire?
Oh, see. What do you do? See, so she left them to you as a great honour.
Yeah,
so now
she
you've
thought
got
you wanted them.
That's right.
I've got friends who are allergic. I've tried to rehome them and then I feel guilty.
Yeah.
I'm vacuuming twice as much. I don't know what to do.
How old are they?
One's only, she got one probably about 6 months before she passed, and the other one's a bit older. She's had that for about 2 or 3 years.
We just lost 2 cats.
along.
Yeah, one lived to 19 and the other one lived to 18.
Louise, I don't think you can rehome them. You've been given them now. Are they settling in?
Well, they get along. That's the main thing.
Oh, good. And you'll grow to like them.
You're going to grow to like them, not even love them. You'll grow to not hate them.
I loved our cats. I don't want to get any more cats, but we recently lost both our cats. We had them for a long time.
Do you want to take Louise's cats?
No.
That's interesting, isn't it?
That would be unfair for me to do that.
When a friend gives you an animal. Wow. Okay, we're going to take more of your calls after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You ready to rock? We're ready to roll. Pick it in the guts, Barry.
Well, this is interesting. I'm not getting anything out of you in your will.
I haven't specified specifics. I think we've just said, yeah, the kids get it and that's it. So what we're discussing...
I'll have a word with Jack.
Yeah, okay.
Buy him a couple of beers. Okay, mate.
Well, some families do this. Some families sit around and plan it all. Other families don't do any conversation around it.
The more I think about it, it's probably not a good idea to speak too much about it in front of your family.
No.
Because that's going to make division while you're alive. It's better to have division when you're dead.
Khloe
Then you don't have to worry about it.
That's true, because you're gone and everyone else can fight about it. Throwing a chip to a pack of seagulls. This is what Khloe Kardashian had to say about her plans.
If I'm in a coma, I'm still getting my nails done once a week. And that's in my will, because people are going to visit me.
You know, that's forward thinking.
It is.
What's in the will?
Charlene has joined us. Hello, Charlene.
Morning, Jonesy. Morning, Amanda. How are you both?
Great.
What's in the will, Charlene?
It's not so much a family will. My mum, who's passed, had a friend that I used to take them both out shopping and stuff like that when my mum was alive, because they both needed help. Anyway, when Mum passed, I still took my mum's friend out because I couldn't stop, and, you know, I've done a lot of things for her. Anyway, so what she's done is she's drawn this will, and in this will, what happens is when she passes and the house gets sold, her 4 children have to give me $10,000 each.
Oh, that's handing you a bucket of hate.
Yes, correct. So, yeah, I was a bit, you know, they were like, obviously noses out of joint. Instead of just saying, like, give Charlene $40,000, it was, no, you all have to give her $10,000. Obviously, I think they've come to terms with it now because she's still alive. The house has not been sold as of yet. But, yeah, they have to, you know, until she does die, they're all thinking, we all have to give her $10,000 each.
Have you thought that maybe I won't take their money? Have you thought, it's probably easy if I don't take the money?
I don't do what I do to, you know, for her to do.
Sure.
You know, if I get $10,000 on them each, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I don't really care because I'm not friends with her for that reason.
No.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Remember that story about the lady in Vaucluse or something, the next door neighbour? And she died and left the house to the lady next door. And the daughter lived up north somewhere. And she said, well, that's my house. And they said, well, we haven't seen you for 1,000 years. You're never around. You waited till your mother died and now you suddenly show up.
Yeah, but maybe you have rights.
But the lady next door looked after this lady, looked after her, attended to her, up to her dying day.
As a child, do you have rights? I mean,
well, that's why they have like lawyers make money out of this.
Wills get disputed every single day.
And then the lawyers end up with all the money. So you just go and get all the money and give it to a guy in a suit.
I want all the kids to leave $40,000 to a lawyer.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck with that, Charlene.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. And today, on the pub test. The new season of The Crown, does it pass the pub test?
Yes, it's going to drop November 9, Season 5. This is the season that will cover the 1990s, and it's been known as the darkest decade for the royal family in recent memory. The divorce between Charles and Diana, his affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, Diana's tragic death, and all the ugliness that went around that. Some people are saying, and even crew members of The Crown have said, a line has been crossed in the storytelling. A former Prime Minister, they haven't said which one, has labelled the upcoming season malicious nonsense.
Tony Blair, have to be Tony Blair.
Well, Judi Dench has said, the closer the drama comes to our present times, the more freely it seems willing to blur the lines between historical accuracy and crude sensationalism. A good friend of the Queen's, one of the late monarch's closest friends, has said the Crown is vicious and would have destroyed the Queen. For the first time ever, the Crown has put a fictional disclaimer on the front of the show. But you know what it's like. People are going to watch this and believe this is the truth. And the truth is weirder than anything ever.
Well, short of parachuting The Rock into it, and The Rock's been in everything lately.
Meaning,
then I'm all bets are off. You know, as long as they stick to a story.
But I stopped watching when it came into the history that I remember. I loved the history of the bits I didn't know. I loved that.
Yeah.
And now I find that, this is the ugly bit. And I still have affection for William and Harry, and I hate that they're going to be seeing the sensational nature of this.
You're a royal perv.
I'm a Republican, but I'm a royal perv. That is true.
Perv.
Yes.
Not like Andrew Royal Perv, but a Royal Perv.
Yes.
So you need it to be sort of sacrosanct a bit. For me, you want it to be entertaining. I paid to see a diving act. I want to seize me a diving
Well,
act.
having said that, the truth of it, these were the years of I want to be your tampon, and Diana saying in interviews there were 3 of us in that marriage. The truth of it's
so
horrifying.
they don't really have to embellish it that much.
But in light of the Queen's passing, do you want to see it?
I want to see it.
All right, the new season of The Crown, does it pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
We're excited to announce that the Backyard Jam is back. The Backyard Jam started with a phone call from Doc Neeson in Heathcote. We ended up performing there. And then went into Darryl Braithwaite at Randwick. The Radiators at Kellyville. What about Ice House at Rouse Hill? Jimmy Barnes rocked the city. And went to Menai with JPY. Oh, Delta at Blacktown. And Diesel competed with Plain Noise in Stanmore. And now our most recent inductee into the Backyard Jam Hall of Fame is these guys, backed by popular demand, the Choir Boys. And this time, it's not at your house, and it's a real fancy pants house at Palm Beach. To explain more, as we live and breathe, Mark Gable.
Hello, Amanda, and hello, Jonesy. How are you both?
We're great. We're so thrilled it's you guys. This is going to be amazing. Paradise Jam. We've got an incredible house on the northern beaches. We're going to have food. We're going to have drink. We're going to have people coming along to pervert you close up, and you're going to be having a rip-roaring show.
Yeah, it's going to be. Are they going to be wearing Speedos?
Only Jonesy, and he insists
Do you want me to
on
wear
it.
Speedos? I'm happy to. I would have been at your wedding wearing Speedos. I would have, if I was invited, by the way.
It was a small wedding, wasn't it?
Very small. You know, we were limited. You know, the government said you can only have 50 people and no media people are allowed. The government said that.
Right.
Yeah, even though it was
that.
after lockdown. Very interesting.
Yeah, and
Mark.
I don't even work in the media.
Well, congratulations to you and Melinda.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this is going to be
Okay,
incredible.
so
Tell us about the kind of show we're going to see.
Well, it's obviously it's going to be fun because we did do one. It was 30, 40 years ago. Remember?
Yeah, I think it was closer to 10.
It wasn't that far. 10 years.
Yep.
And they're a blast because it's out of the ordinary and it has a really personal feel about it. So instead of the band coming in a helicopter and then departing in a limo, we actually have to mix and mingle and be, nice and friendly with people, and it becomes a very a wonderful social event.
Yeah, it is. That's absolutely right. You've nailed it, because you get to see everyone who comes along is a major fan, and you get to see you guys up close. You get to mingle with you. It's a brilliant night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm looking forward to it. You know, whereas I've got to go and do normal shows, right? And we get paid a lot of money and all that kind of thing, and we do get to wear Speedos on stage. But this one is way better than all of that stuff. Yes.
Absolutely.
And you look at it, Run to Paradise this month is 35 years old. What about that?
Scary, isn't it? It's like, but the truth be known, I look back at that and I go, I remember writing bits of the song in two different places, and I went, that sounds like a hit. But and when I took it home to my now ex-wife, she went, yeah, I don't like it. But
really, did she say she didn't like it?
But she didn't say it like that. She said, "Oh no, don't really get a vibe on." That's fair enough,
Yeah.
Not everybody likes it.
She said, "Stick to the lovely ballads, Mark."
It would appear.
No, but that song to me, I remember when I first heard it, and I instantly thought, this is a great song. This is a truly great song.
Well, look, we look forward to you playing that and every other hit you've ever had. And if you'd like the first tickets to attend Paradise Jam, hosted by us with the choir boys and a swanky private residence in Northern Beaches.
Just a little beach house of mine, Mark. Feel free to enjoy.
Yeah, wear your Speedos.
Take your shoes off when you come in, though.
Call us now if you'd like the very first tickets, 13 WSFM.
13 WSFM. And you know what we should? We should put this on right now, celebrating its 35th birthday. Choir Boys, Run to Paradise. Thank you, Mark Gable.
We'll see you soon.
Do it!
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy to Amanda Arms for the pub test. The new season of The Crown, does it pass the pub test?
The new season launches November 9. This is season 5, and in this season they cover the 1990s, which were often felt to be the darkest decades for the royal family in recent memory. The divorce of Charles and Diana, the interview where she said there were 3 people in my marriage, all that heartbreaking stuff, his affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, all the tampon blah-blahs, Diana's death. There's a lot of grubby
so you didn't know
stuff.
About this. Really, they don't need to embellish it. I think royalists just don't want the dirty laundry aired.
But
this all happened. It's all
did
for the
happen,
record.
but this was from phone tapping. That's
what I mean. They've got a genuine record of it. It's not like they're making it up.
No, but people aren't happy. Judi Dench has said the closer the drama comes to our present times, the more freely it seems willing to blur the lines.
But she's good friends with Camilla. Of course she's going to be unhappy.
Well, for the first time ever, the Netflix is adding the word fictional before the show, but people will think that whatever they see is true. A great friend of the late Queen has said that the Crown is vicious and would have destroyed the Queen. I don't want to watch these recent episodes because I still feel for William, I still feel for Harry, and I just think it brings up a lot of bad blood.
What do you think? Okay. What do you think, the new season of The Crown?
Does it pass the pub test?
I don't think it does. I really do think it might hit a little bit too close to home for people, especially William and Harry, and it might bring back a lot of bad memories for people, so no, it doesn't pass the pub test for me.
No, I don't think so. I think it's too close to home with the death of Queen Elizabeth. I think it's just a bit too soon for the family.
I get the awkwardness. I'm sorry getting that, but it is still so fascinating. I just can't wait to see who plays all these roles and how good they are at it. It's hard, I get it, but I can't wait.
I think it's wrong because I know that the public's going to believe that it's real. But also to Amanda saying there's 3 in the marriage, which Lady Di said, what makes her assume she's talking about Camilla? Because the Oxford Book of Proverbs says 3 in the marriage means a husband's decisions are ruled by his mother.
Oh. Well, that was true as well.
What about 3 in the bed and the little one said?
Well, it's your royal family right there.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Jam Nation podcast.
We're about to be talking to John McEnroe
We're
very
just,
shortly.
Jem Y. Ryan and I are setting up the Zoom chat, so you
Sure.
do all your stuff.
Well, he's got a new documentary. It's a movie-length documentary, a film called McEnroe. It's out Wednesday on Amazon Prime. It's an incredible insight, a very honest and raw insight into how he lived his life. We forget that tennis wasn't a big deal before he came along. He really made tennis a big deal, and all his the way he sees the court, the way he treated people, it's all up for retrospect. He's going inside for the first time.
This looks like a great
It's
show.
amazing. Here's some of the trailer.
You doing your job, umpire? You're pathetic. How much bigger a point can you screw it up with? Couldn't you see anything?
From New York, John McEnroe.
You either loved him or hated him, but you could not be aware of John McEnroe.
They went over the line.
I did learn you gotta be a bit of a lunatic out there.
You cannot be serious.
Go around the world, meet girls, and party. I was in such an unbelievable high. Do whatever it takes to win, at any cost. I'm the greatest player that's ever played.
This film covers the ups and big downs of his life and his career.
John McEnroe is joining us next.
Jam Nation.
There's a new Amazon Prime doco coming out on Wednesday. It's called McEnroe. And speak of the devil, John McEnroe, hello.
How are you down under?
We are great.
We're great everywhere, and thank you for asking. This doco is so insightful. I learnt so much about you. Your brain, you say, is wired differently. You see a tennis court as a grid, and you're looking at potential percentage points. Tell us about how your brain works.
Well, how much time do you got? No, I was good in math, and maybe my tennis teacher recognized that at a young age and saw something in me that would allow me to eventually digest what the hell he was talking about when I was 12 or 13. I didn't quite get it. But basically, the essence of it is, put yourself in a position to make it as easy for yourself as possible and as difficult as for the opponent.
Yeah.
So, me hit high percentage shots and place it and then follow it up and being in the right position and put them in a situation where they have to hit a really tough shot to win the point. And if you do that over and over, consistently over hours, as you know, in Australia, some of those matches are gone, 5 hours. How the hell do they keep it together that long? But it goes to show you need to keep your focus and sort of your wits about you for long periods of time.
How was it watching this particular doco series of you?
Yeah, I find it difficult to watch old tapes of myself. And of course, they're going to show my tantrums. And even the ones when I'm winning, I don't watch those. So, and it's also difficult to sort of go through and talk about experiences that were not successful, such as my first marriage and there's kids involved and these type of horror stories that ensue from things, unfortunately, when exes don't get along, for example. So there were times where it was definitely tough. It was like free therapy, I guess, in a way. I don't know. I've certainly paid for enough of it over the years, sometimes court appointed, but that's another story. Literally, I know the people were all in with what they were doing. I had understood the production company had done like a Amy Winehouse documentary and Ant and Senna, which were two incredible documentaries. So I was thinking, well, if these people can get that anywhere close to that, I'll be proud of it. And, ultimately I gave it my best. I feel like the people involved did as well. So hopefully people will enjoy it.
There's just so much great stuff in it too. We see Connors, we see Ilie Nastase, we see Guillermo Vilas and your great friend Vitas Gerolaitis. Such great old school tennis players, these big characters. And I know people often lament that we've lost the big characters like yourself. Do sports psychologists try and get rid of that? I mean, and what do you make of Kyrgios? Is it good or bad that we have this burst with him?
That's a good question. And I don't know if anyone knows the answer to what sports psychologists try to do. I find it difficult to totally, and this is just me, so I don't want to speak for other people, because obviously Iga Swiatek has benefited from it. Apparently she's got one that she's traveling with. I would have thought that was nuts. Are you kidding me? I want to hear about some guy telling me what to do in a court when he's never been there. Give me a break. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That would have been me. As far as Nick, he's a very unique story. Obviously, he is. I like Nick a lot. As a person, he's a great kid. People gravitate around him. They like him. Kids love him. The other players like him, except when they're playing him. They don't like him a whole lot. The only issue I wish that Nick could confront and deal with is, sort of that. We all have this as athletes, but that sort of fear of failure and, afraid to sort of go out and give that, 100% effort every time. And the fear that if you do that and lose, that somehow this is my theory again, a lesser person, or you don't feel as good about yourself. Unfortunately, we tie our emotions too much to how we done, in terms of whether we've won or lost as athletes, more so than we should, but it's hard to avoid. So, I've often tried to talk to Nick and, say, hey, let's try to get away where you embrace just the competition and be at us. The guy's one of the most talented tennis players, his skill level that I've seen in 10 years. Incredible talent. Unfortunately, he's been unable to match that consistently from like an effort level. I don't care if he serves between his legs or, does whatever he does, with some of these shots, as long as he's going out and giving it his all. That's the part that, people have, I myself, as I'd like to pride myself when I've given a lot of effort generally.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for as an athlete, is if you get to that point. I hope Nick is young enough, because he's a big plus for our game if he was able to. He's like people gravitate towards him. So I'm just hoping, I literally would pray that he would be able to get to that stage where he could do that consistently.
When you first played Jimmy Connors, there's a bit where he just didn't talk to you. He just dissed you. If he was nice to you, would it have been a whole different story?
Probably not, because, I was a bit overwhelmed. My legs were shaking when I walked on the center court at Wimbledon for the first time. It was happening so fast. Jimmy Connors and Bjorn Borg were the two best players in the world. I was like the number one junior player. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I don't think it would have mattered probably either way. I probably would have gotten a slightly better start. I just sort of found it like, you have to blow me off in order to psych me out. I'm already psyched out. I haven't even, met yet. So that was sort of, I guess a harbinger of things to come between Jimmy and myself.
You say also that in your world, even though you're playing tennis as a kid, it was a shock that tennis suddenly became sexy. Tennis suddenly went bang in America, and it hadn't been that. And suddenly it was the tennis players pulling the women, and it was all, that was new.
Yeah, the Aussies were like the legends back in the 60s and 70s. I idolized Rod Laver, and there was all these great players from there. Not as much, obviously somewhere in America. But the whatever the timing was, I lucked into like the right time to get into the mix. Because you had these characters, you mentioned a handful of them already, Nastasi and Garolitis was like unbelievable. Like everyone gravitated towards him. Like women were falling over him. Like, I want to be where he is. That's all I care about. And I remember when Bjorn was at Wimbledon the first time, and I was playing in a junior event somewhere. We're all watching him. And he walked out of the locker room, and like hundreds of girls, literally, it was like the closest thing I ever saw to Beatlemania, like on a tennis court. Never happened before, never happened since to any single player. And I remember thinking to myself, I was probably 13. I go, I want to be a professional tennis player. Somehow, I want to get a little of that.
And how great it was to see Bjorn Borg in this documentary. He's still got incredible hair.
I know, I'm definitely jealous of that hair, no doubt. But he's an old friend of mine. He's probably one of the few guys that I've actually always gotten along with. There's usually rows of some kind between you for whatever reason. You usually get over them. Sometimes you don't. It's not like Jimmy and I are, going to have dinner shortly.
Yeah.
If there was one person, it would have been Bjorn that I wanted to be part of it.
How do you go playing for fun when you play tennis now? I'm presuming you still have
I'm not sure I play for fun, unfortunately. It was like, I guess I'm lucky because people always like, do you love tennis? And I'll go, I'll let you know when I don't get paid for it and I'm still doing it. which so far to this point I've gotten to. So I've been pretty lucky there. I'm like, why the hell would they pay me to watch this, train wreck that I am now? But, I love getting out with the kids at my tennis academy. I have a lot of fun with that. Problem is the body's, it's not responding the way I would like. So, I recently tore my meniscus. I did that 4 or 5 years ago. It's something hurts all the time. But I'm generally, I knock on wood, I've never had surgery. I'm pretty, keep myself fit. I keep trying to go, one more. You can do it. One more. I just want 1 hour where I'm, good for one more hour.
I love this beautiful quote from your wife, Patty. She said, I married a bad boy who ended up being a really good man. That's a pretty good life result, isn't it?
You're damn right it is. And it is also my favorite line in the entire movie. When she said that, that would be as close to, anything that would bring tears to my eyes. I was lucky. I got this second chance. Not everyone does. After my first marriage and in the divorce, it's so horrible to go through a divorce. The last thing you think you want to do is go into it again because it seemed pretty bad. And then I was proud of myself that I realized that at the time when I was thinking, I was 35 and I'm thinking, I'd just like to go out with, mid girls in their late 20s. Don't want anything serious. Just have some fun. Patty's a year and a half older than me. And I was like, don't be a jerk. Don't be an ass now and do something stupid. And, and I was like, you got to just go full circle and turn and go take advantage of this. Cause it may never, I was lucky that I was smart enough. At least sometimes I'm smart. And almost 28 years later, we're still doing pretty good. So that's amazing. And I love that quote.
That's so good. And it's just great to talk to you, John. What do we owe you for this therapy? Because I feel that I've learned something from this.
That's free therapy.
That's free.
Just like I got in the documentary. Yeah. Buy me a beer when I've been in Australian a couple years because last couple I've called from New York for God's sakes. I'm like, got to get back to Australia. So hopefully in January you can fly up from Sydney and buy me a beer.
Okay. We would definitely do that, John.
We would love to see you, John. John McEnroe, it's been a treat, sir.
Take care.
Jam Nation.
British politics, hey? In the last few days, it's just, it's been haywire for a little while, but it's just gone crazy. Yeah. So on Friday, it all kind of started with the whole cabinet in disarray. And this is how ITV News told the story.
The Deputy Chief Whip was reported to have left the scene saying, I'm absolutely effing furious. I just don't effing care anymore, before he resigned, along with the Chief Whip.
That's nice, dear. Here's how German News reported it.
Woraufhin dann der stellvertretende Fraktionschef das Parlament mit den Worten verließ, I'm f***ing furious and I don't f***ing care anymore. Ich übersetze das jetzt mal nicht, aber das ist eine Partei, wo wirklich
And 99 Luftballons.
Suddenly I can speak German. I understood that entirely.
Jawohl.
So Liz Truss then fell on her sword and she resigned.
And then a lettuce with googly eyes is now the Prime Minister.
A lettuce with googly eyes outlasted Liz Truss. So who is left? And Boris Johnson felt a shift of barometric pressure when he was on his holidays in the Caribbean. He packed up his bags and he flew home. And people were going, really? Are we going to have Boris again? Really? Well, we've just heard this morning that Boris has said he's not going to run. He doesn't have the numbers, apparently. He's got 60 members on his side and he needs over 100 to pass the threshold. So it looks like it'll be Rishi Sunak. So that's the news this morning.
What do we know about Rishi?
I don't know much about Rishi.
I like saying it, Rishi Sunak.
Well, you'll be saying a lot more if he's Prime Minister, though they are having a general election next year in, I think, March. So whether they're still in power by then, who knows? A bit of side speak.
You sound like Graham Richardson.
But a lot of people are outraged at Boris even thinking he could go again.
Yeah.
He contravened the rules that he put in for lockdown and had parties in Downing Street.
But doesn't he just, wasn't there stories about him just, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story?
Absolutely. I was listening to a podcast that said that when he was a younger man at Eton, a student, he was late to see one of the heads. And he was told, you're 40 minutes late. What's happened? And he said, I'm going to have to make something up here. And he said, I'm sorry, I was just on the phone to the White House. I'm trying to arrange Ronald Reagan to come and speak to Eton. And the head said, well, that's amazing. Who'd you speak to? And he just made up some names. And he said, that's amazing. Congratulations. And Boris learned a very early lesson, is a flamboyant lie will always be better off for you than the truth. But Boris is not going to run again. He is going to remain as a flaming crazy, the weirdest Prime Minister England's ever had.
An FC.
And some people who will be happy about this are his local constituents. Here's one that a journalist spoke to yesterday.
It's here in Uxbridge today, Boris Johnson's constituency.
Don't you ever mention that name in front of me, that filthy piece of toe rag.
See you, Boris.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook. Oh, no, I'm going too early. I was going to Man of the Match. Gets my ghoulies. As we get closer to the end of the year, keep this in mind. Our favourite ghoulie of the year will win $20,000 cash and a year's supply of chocolate from Daryl Lee.
Yeah.
And call our hotline anytime, 906179984.
What have we got today?
What gets my ghoulie is when a policeman sees me on speakerphone and then pulls me over and gives me a ticket. It didn't work through my Bluetooth, so I had to pick it up and put it on speaker, and he couldn't have given a shit about me. And so, yeah, that's what's just happened to me.
I think there's way too much hysteria about mobile phones.
So she wasn't holding the phone. She wasn't driving one-handed. She wasn't doing any of that.
But did you just see that story about those cameras? You know, the little yellow trailer on the side of the road, and it scoops out over, so I can see how if someone's on their mobile phone. And don't get me wrong, some 17-year-old kid driving around his car looking at TikTok videos while he's driving, yes. But if you're driving along, what's the difference between getting a Chiquito out of your bag and getting a mobile phone out of your bag?
Well, one's more fattening.
Well, of course. But my point is that hasn't saved any lives. So those crazy camera things that you see on the road, the yellow trailer, they haven't saved it. The road toll hasn't gone down. But the government makes a fortune out of it. It's $400, I think, for the fine. Massive loss of demerit points for more or less just shifting something in your cars. Remember the old days when you had like a UBD, your street directory?
Yeah.
You'd flip. That thing was more distracting than looking at a phone to see some details.
And you'd eat a soup.
People would eat soup.
What else have we got?
There's no fine for soup.
My ghoulie is everything is online these days. I work with the elderly and the disabled and everything. You want a COVID shot, you have to book online. You want to speak to somebody at Centrelink, you have to book online. It's very, very difficult. Everything these days is online. Banking, all these things that these people find really hard. Some don't even have computers. I hate that everything these days that you want to do, you have to do online.
That's a very good point, because I'm not technologically adept. And if I want to book a restaurant, I want to talk to a human. If I want to, fix my banking, I want to talk to a human. I can't do this stuff online. I could learn to, but I choose not to. I'm the last of the dinosaurs holding on.
That's why we're good, because we're human. Or are we? We might be Russian bots. Tracking down moose and squirrel.
Us as Russian bots, we're the least successful ones of all time.
Well, all bots can't be successful. There's a lot of them out there. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You could call that hotline number, 906179984. It's 3 tonight.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins $300 to spend on dinner at Hurricane's Grill.
Yum.
Feast at Hurricane's Grill Restaurant, Circular Quay in Brighton Le Sands.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet.
Khloe Kardashian surprised everyone recently when she said this.
If I'm in a coma, I'm still getting my nails done once a week. And that's in my will, because people are going to visit me.
I've got the same bequest.
Have you? So when people visit you, they say, look at those nails. In a coma, he's really let himself go. But got us intrigued. What do other people have done when they've died, and what's been left for them? In other words, a tribal drum was beating for what's in the will.
He gave me $40 billion, though.
Don't you go and spend it all on some fancy record player.
Here's Charlene in Campbelltown.
My mum, who's passed, had a friend that I used to take them both out shopping and stuff like that when my mum was alive, because they both needed help. When mum passed, I still took my mum's friend out because I couldn't stop, and, I've done a lot of things for her. Anyway, so what she's done is she's drawn this will. And in this will, what happens is when she passes and the house gets sold, her 4 children have to give me $10,000 each.
Oh, and a can of worms to be getting on with.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Bill Weaver's up next. Free fuel to give away with Beat the Bowser.
We'll be back tonight from 6 o'clock for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow brings your attention. Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.